Hello everyone, welcome to the BeatStars Academy. This is Lee, aka Levi Beats from the Customer Success team, and it is Monday the 7th of June, and this is the BeatStars Academy show where we take you through some onboarding stuff with the platform. Hold on a second. Yes, we're live, Buffo, we're live. Great to see you too. Yeah, so this is the BeatStars Academy show, just to repeat myself again. Today we're going to take you through some stuff on the platform, show you around, show you some stuff, and we're also going to be going through an upload of a track process today, and also showing you some new features that we've got since our previous update. So let's get started. I hope everyone's really well. Hope everyone had a great weekend. Let's go. Just share my screen. You guys should be able to see my screen now. Let's take you to the dashboard. Okay, to start off with, for any new users that have just signed up or even existing members, this is kind of the first page that you reach when you first sign in. And this is basically your dashboard. You've got your quick stats, and then you've got your general overview of your dashboard, which gives you a couple of really cool features that you can utilize as new members and existing members. So basically, just to go over and give you a bit of a brief overview on this dashboard here. So here you can, it's kind of like some shortcuts, gives you some shortcuts to create some tracks, create an album, create a sound kit, create some services. You also get some information about your latest sales, which is very cool. This is a great feature. This particular feature is really good because you can actually email your customers directly from this section. Which is really good. This is a great feature. It's something that I use quite often. Really good to use. And just a few other things here. You can see some recent messages. So if anyone sent you any messages, also another really great section to make sure you take note of is this opportunity section. So I mean, you can get to all these sections, through the My Media, which we'll show you in a second. But this is just like basically, kind of quick ways to get to certain places within your account, which is great. And you can actually organize this too, so you can move it around and kind of put things in place to, things that you may utilize more, than someone else may do. So just to show you that. So if you wanted to move some of these kind of widgets around, if you like, you can click this customize button up the top here. And as you can see, it gives you an option to hide, or you can drag and drop. So let me just show you an example. So I really like this latest sale one. So let me drag that up to here. Doesn't seem to be working right now. Let me try it the other way around. There we go. And then once you've done that, you can just, that never worked. What is going on here? There we go. Maybe I need to hold it there a bit longer. This was actually working earlier. Here we go, let's try that. There we go, right, it's worked. So yeah, as you can see now, the latest sales section is right at the top here. It's actually something that I would probably recommend doing. It's kind of cool that as soon as you log in, you can kind of see your sales straight away, and then you can contact your client straight away, which is great. This opens your email, whatever email application you have on your computer or phone, and then you can basically it actually sets up the email for you already, and you can just write a cool message and send it away, which is great. Another really important part of this dashboard, which I feel is really important, is this stats section. So this part, as it says, as it's highlighted there, it gives you a quick stats, some quick stats data, which you can filter. I've got it on for the week at the moment, this week, which will start from yesterday, so Sunday. So as you can see here, you can see that I've had 607 plays. What's onboarding? I never heard that word before. Oh, onboarding is just, for like new users, basically. So we're just trying to show people how to get, once they've got their account set up, just how to get up and running, and just, basically just some onboarding, if that makes sense. Yes, so just going back to this stats. So this is basically, as you can see, like, it's pretty straightforward. You can see that any sales that have been made, you can see how many new followers you've had, so on and so forth. Now, you can obviously go into a bit more detail with your stats, and you can see that option here. If you click on show all stats, that takes you through, and then you can kind of delve into a bit more information. You can go into specific, you can see specific days. It gives you a graph, and it's really, really great. I say this every week, but this is something that I utilize a lot. And for many reasons, and it's great. It's a really, really good thing. So yeah, basically that's a quick overview of the dashboard. I would highly suggest that you have a play around with this and have a look around and see what features are available. As I said, there's loads of different and quick shortcuts, which is really, really great. Yeah, so utilize that as best you can. So today, as I promised last week, we are going to go over a complete track upload from scratch, from start. So we're going to upload the track, input some metadata and stuff like that. So let's go through that, and I'll show you where to start. Excuse me. So firstly, if you want, well, there's two ways you can do this. So you can click this upload button here, which is which is ideal. You can do it that way, so you can do it straight from the dashboard. Actually, let's try it that way today. But you can also go through My Media, head to Tracks, and as you can see, you also get a plus button that appears here. So this section here is all the tracks that you've uploaded, and then you've also got, you can see any future releases, which I can go through how you can set those up. And then these are drafts. So this is basically any tracks that you've created and there's like some information missing, or you've not finished them off yet. Yes, so that's kind of that. So let's go back to the dashboard again, just so we're nice and clean and fresh. So let's go from start to finish with an upload. So let's click this button. So you'll see two options here. You've got upload new, which is what we're going to do today. And then you've got my uploads. Now, my uploads will take you to a menu which shows you all of the content that you've uploaded. So that will include your tracks, all your tracks, whether that's WAV files, MP3 files, your stem files, etc., etc. But it also will show any images you've uploaded to. So any track, I don't think I've got any in there. Oh yes, we have. So yeah, this is basically what would happen. You would see all this here. So you can actually even create a track from here. So there's kind of a few different areas where you can go ahead and create tracks. It just depends on your workflow and what suits you best. I generally do it through this way. This is just my preference, going through there and adding a track that way. But we've put this button up here for a good reason, and that's so it's just kind of quick for you to access it, and you can upload your stuff straight away. This is also a cool way if you want to do it and you're not ready to release your content yet, but you just want to upload and just get your stuff. You may have finished the 10 beats or something like that. You want to upload them all together. This is a really cool way to do that. But today we're just going to upload one, but then I can kind of show you how you would upload bulk, kind of doing it this way too. So let's go to upload new. Drum and beats. This live is called the BeatStars Academy. Sorry if you missed that at the beginning. This is basically a live stream where we are basically just taking you through some elements and certain sections on the platform to show you guys and girls some things that you may not have seen before, and just take you through some basic stuff, you know, uploading content, stuff like that, and just trying to give you some tips and tricks when it comes to things like metadata, tagging, and, you know, kind of things like that. So stay tuned in, and you will hopefully learn something. Yes, so let's go back to uploading a track. So I'm just, as I said, I'm just going to upload one today. So what I've done is I've created a folder, and I've called it BeatStars. And I've got my WAV file in there. I've got my zipped stems, and I've also got my track artwork. Those are the kind of three main things that you're going to need when you want to upload a track, or, you know, tracks. And I would suggest when doing this is, you know, create a folder called BeatStars, for argument's sake. Then create individual files, you know, like for specific names of the tracks. Make sure you put your BPMs and keys and stuff like that on the track data. In fact, I actually come up with this idea today that it would be really cool to put like a text file within the folder, and then you can kind of, you know, state all of the information that you want to input into that specific track. So you could like put the tags, you know, which tags you're going to use. You can put like a kind of what description that you might be using, you know, which we'll go through in a second, and I'll show you what I mean by that. But yeah, I was kind of thinking about this today, you know, creating a text file where you could just input all that information, and it's in that folder. And the good thing for that would be is if you're, you know, if you need to go back to it at any point, or you know, you can see all of that information there, and it's kind of handy to just make sure you've got, because I have a habit myself as a producer. I will bounce the track files out, and then I completely forget what the BPM is and completely forget what the key is. So, you know, that's kind of an easy way. You know, I know a lot of people will just name the folder, and sometimes that's cool, but, you know, it kind of takes up quite a lot of space on the track name, or sorry, the folder name, so you can't always see it. So I was thinking, you know, create a text file, and that would be cool. You can put all that information in there. So that's something I'm going to actually start doing from today myself. So anyway, let's get into uploading. So I've got a folder, as I said, created, and I've got my files all ready to go. So let's start with the WAV file. So for anyone that doesn't know this, when you upload a WAV file to your account, we automatically, an untagged WAV file, I should say, we automatically convert that into an MP3 for you. So you don't need to be uploading a WAV and an MP3 file. So we automatically do that for you, and we will also embed any tag files that you've uploaded to, which we can go into as well. So I'm going to drag my the WAV file. I'm going to upload that. The cool thing about this here is it allows you to upload more than one at any one time. So I can just drag, now I can go back and I can drag the stem files, just drag that in there like that. And I can also drag the image. Then it gives you an option. You can either select more, obviously that will just take you through to your file space on your computer, or you can select upload. Now, as you can see, this is where you would actually be able to bulk upload. So I would severely make sure that you name your files. As you can see here, I've just named it master, audio stems, and so on. Because what will happen is when you go to then drag these into your actual track to create a track and add the metadata and all that kind of stuff, you're not really going to know which track is which. So I would make sure that you name them, especially if you're bulk uploading. So then you click upload, and then it will take you through the upload process. Now, if you've got a fairly decent internet speed, this shouldn't take too long. If you get any issues uploading, it's taking a while, I would run a speed test on your router, just to make sure, just to check the speed and just make sure. Generally, WAV files, image files are pretty speedy uploading, but as you can imagine, stem files are usually a bit larger, so that would be the file that would normally take a bit longer. So as you can see, that was pretty quick. I've actually got a pretty good internet connection. So, but if you do get any issues, you can always email us at support@beatstars.com and we can help you. So as you can see, this is currently uploading. Whilst that's uploading, I'll see if anyone's got any comments. Yeah, that's a good idea, TikTok too. I mean, as I said, like adding the actual file name onto the folder, you know, is definitely key. It's always good to be organized and have things in folders and just, you know, just make sure that you know where you are, especially, as I said, especially if you're bulk uploading, definitely for sure. So this audio stems is taking a while, but it is a big folder. So, and we are also streaming live as well. So it will probably take a little bit longer than usual. But once it's uploaded, we can take you through the process of what you can do with tags and things like that. That's still uploading. So you can actually just go away and leave that. And if there's other things you need to do on the platform, you can just leave that to upload and it will continue uploading. You can close that out and that should still be uploading. There you go. Yes, so what will happen once you, so we're in the tracks now. So I was to click plus here and then click on that. You can see some files that have already, so you can see that the master file's uploaded already. So it gives you an option of WAV and MP3 files that you can upload. So this section here is obviously for your untagged. So this is the files that your client will receive when they purchase any licenses from you. These are track stems. So zip or RAR, depending on what device you have. I believe it's zip for Mac devices and RAR for Windows devices, maybe. I think it's either way. I use Mac, so it's zip for me. And then tagged beat. Now this is tagged beat. This is basically a file that will be for streaming only. So this is the file that your clients or any visitors that visit your page will actually be streaming and listening to. So as you can see, that's actually kind of cool because there's a lot of things, you know, you can actually, you know, make sure that you have a higher quality track for your clients to listen to or for people to listen to in general. Because in general, the untagged WAV or MP3 file, you don't want that file to be mastered because you want to make sure that you leave some headroom for when, you know, the artist is going to jump on there, do their thing and create a final song. So if you want to have, you know, a higher quality WAV file with, you know, with your tag in it, you can also, you know, you can have various different tags in it, because currently what will happen if you hadn't uploaded your own voice tag into your account, which I can show you in a second where you can do that, BeatStars will automatically tag your beat for you for streaming purposes only, and it will be the BeatStars tag. So that's, you know, that's basically how you could override that, is by doing that. Obviously, you can also upload your own voice tag anyway into your account. But another cool feature would, another cool reason why you might want to use that is, say for argument's sake, you did a collaboration with someone, and the producer that you've done a collaboration with specifically asked you to include their tag into the beat that you upload. So as you can see, you can pre-do that before you upload it. So then you can have your voice tag and also the other producer's voice tag. And I noticed some people might have some other voice tags in there. It might be like, come and purchase your track today, or just some other things too. You could even, which is kind of clever, I've never really thought about this has just come to my head, but you could also even create a voice tag that's maybe mentioning a discount code. You could maybe have a voice tag that says, get 20% off today, enter this code. You know, that may be a bit far-fetched, but that's kind of a cool thing that you could actually do. I never really thought of that, it's just come to my head. So that could actually be a cool idea. So yeah, so let's drag some files in whilst the stems is still uploading. So I'm going to select that file there. So that's the WAV file entered. And I'm also, it should show, yep. So when you click on the images, or the artwork, where you were going to upload your artwork, again, there's loads of different ways you can do this. You can click that, you can drag that in if you wish to. Sorry, that's the wrong one. You can drag that in if you wanted to do it that way. You can also click on it and select that. So yeah, there's plenty of different ways you can do it. You can also do that and upload. And let's see what happens there. It should upload. This is where you can crop an image. It gives you the dimensions, which I should have shown you before I've actually done this, but I've already created this to fit. So you can crop it if you want to, just grab the corner. And usually what it's just the general square size. So I actually created, I think mine was 1,000 by 1,000 pixels. But as you can see here, you've got a minimum of 500 by 500. And you've also got a maximum, that's the preferred, which is 1,500 by 1,500. I think that possibly, I don't believe there is a maximum because obviously you can crop it. So that should upload. I believe the audio stems have already uploaded too. Yes. So I'm not sure why that still says it's uploading, but let's stop those for a minute. Whilst that's all happening, I'm actually gonna, yeah. So that should actually change in a second. Let me just delete those and get those out of the way. So if I save that, that should, why has that not worked? Let me try it that way. Must just be my connection, but this is normally pretty. There you go. So that's changed, right? So we've uploaded all of our content. We've uploaded everything that we need to upload. As I said, you know, you can upload the tag beat. I've only uploaded a WAV because obviously BeatStars is going to automatically convert it into an MP3 file for you. So we'll start off with the track title. So I've called this track Tinted. So let's call it Tinted. And some tags. So these are tags, these are ways that people can search your content, right? So be as, you know, open about using tags as possible. You know, I wouldn't be sticking things like instrumental. I wouldn't be, you know, try and think as broad as you can and kind of think outside the box a little bit. Obviously, you know, if a track sounds like a specific artist and you want to, you know, you want to target that artist, cool. Just add that, and we'll do that here. This track is a Bryson Tiller type track. I can also hear Tory Lanez on here too. And then we'll just go for a generic because it's kind of R&B. I'm going to type in, actually, I'm going to type in trap soul for this one. Now you can have a gap. I can't. Let's just do that. Trap soul, right? So there's our 3 tags. Again, you know, be as experimental as possible with those, testing things out. Something that Mike Trampy always says, you know, try and think of some artists that are on the come up. You know, not a lot of people are tagging. And that's a really, really cool thing to do, yeah. So, you know, look for some artists that are on their way up and, you know, you feel that maybe could work with your tracks, tag them. Go for it, tag them. Yes, so that's our tags. Now this is a beat, so we're going to leave it as beat, but you'll have an option to, you know, change it to a beat with chorus, which will be like a beat with hook. You've got a song reference, you've got vocals, and then you've got a full song. So you've got a few different options here. This is basically for not just for producers as well. Obviously, artists can upload their tracks too. So that's what all these other options for, which is great. Release date. So this is where I was saying earlier, you know, where you can have set a future release date. So let's just click on that and show you what we can do. So you can click on specific dates. You can go as far ahead as 2036. I'm not sure why you would want to go that far ahead. You know, each to their own. But you know, if you're creating 500 tracks a week, I'm sure you're going to be able to, you know, have enough tracks to reach you to 2036. But anyway, so 2020. So we've got it 2020. Then we'll leave it as today's date anyway. But you can also change the time. So let's say we wanted to release this at 8 p.m. So this time that is set here will be related to your actual time zone. So this is related to your time zone. So remember that when you're, if you're, you know, setting stuff up for future release, it's going to be released within your time zone. So we've got that set for 8 p.m. today. Let's click set. So that's that done. This is going to be your track URL. So you can basically, this is basically so you can provide people with a link direct to your track. You can also get this from the track once you've actually uploaded it. Right, this is the selling preferences section. So prior to doing all this, you probably would have set up some licenses, but today we're just going over actual uploading a track. Make sure I've not missed anything there. So this will be where all your prices are. These are already set up within my licenses. You've got a couple of options that you can do here. You can click not for sale. So that would basically mean that people can just stream your track rather than actually purchase it. You can make it private, so only you can see it or anyone that you share this link to. And you can also exclude it from bulk discounts. We'll get to the reason in a minute why this is a really good feature. It's basically for collaborations, or even if you decided that you didn't want this particular track to be included in any bulk discounts, you've got that option. This is where you've got your free download options. So you've got a few different options here that you can do. You can either click no, so that means no one can download your content for free, or this particular track, I should say. You've got this option here, which allows them to download it with a voice tag. It's going to be an MP3 version. And then you can also have the option for them to download it with an untagged version. I would always suggest using that just to protect your content, but it's entirely up to you. Some people, you know, like to send free stuff without tags. Again, that's just pure choice. You can also offer the option for users to anonymous, kind of not even going to be able to say it, but basically, yeah, just allow them to download it without providing any emails or following you on social media. Again, that's entirely up to you. That's not something I do personally. And then you've got an option here which allows you basically to direct the user what they need to do in order to get this free download. So you've got two options here. You've got a social follow, or you've got a capture email. So social follow, you have three options. They can follow you on Twitter, SoundCloud, or actually BeatStars. You can, as you can see, you can click all three, or you can just click a couple. Personally, myself, before I started using the capture email, I was using the BeatStars one. Basically, I was just looking to, you know, boost my BeatStars following. I would just suggest maybe to stick to one. Again, it just depends on which platform you want your potential clients to follow you on. So I'll leave that as capture email, which is probably the best one, but again, this is entirely up to you. Do you have any songs uploaded to BeatStars? Not me personally, no. But it's definitely a good thing to be able to do if you want to. This is an option where you can enable make offers. This is just for exclusive licenses only. This is something I would highly suggest. When we go over licenses in another one of these shows, I can show you a bit more about that and how to set those up. But yeah, this is just, you can do this in every single track edit. I just generally always leave it as that. So as you can see, if you unclick it, you then basically have to click a price. So then that's the price that will show up for your exclusive license on this specific track. So I would keep it as enable make offers only. Again, just going back to this pricing section, obviously in general, you have your licenses set up and they will all be set up for the same price. But if for any reason, any particular reason you wanted to change the price of any one particular track, maybe it's because I believe Mike Trampy has brought this up before, that if you have created a track that's within a kind of a different genre, or it's, you know, you've been influenced by some sounds in a different country, and you know that they will benefit from purchasing this track, you know, because of obviously differences in money and that kind of stuff. You may want to make these tracks maybe slightly cheaper. You know, for instance, if you've created this track's kind of like I don't know, say, let me think, say Indian, right? So say you've created like a kind of an Indian vibey kind of track. The exchange rate in dollars to India is obviously going to be a lot lower. So, you know, it's going to cost them a little bit more. So obviously here you can actually make those changes, and you can change the prices of the tracks to suit. Should I get a premium membership? I just started on BeatStars. Yeah, sure. Yes, definitely. Head to the pricing page. I can put the link up in a second, and that will give you a brief description of what you get with each plan. So personally myself, I would highly recommend going with the Pro page subscription, just because there's a lot more features that you get access to. But yeah, head to the pricing page, and that will give you a brief description of what you get with each plan, which is kind of good to see. Yeah, it's definitely the zone. It's definitely worth every penny. Right, getting back to this section here, track details. Right, so this is kind of where you can put in the genres, some of the description, and you can also add some information on any third-party loops or samples that you've used. Now, this is basically for royalty-free samples. Okay, so we don't actually condone uploading, using uncleared samples. So this is only for, kind of maybe you've downloaded a sample off a splice, which is royalty-free, or you've purchased the pack. This is kind of where you will add this information. So you can put the sample title, and then you can put the source or where it's come from. Now, this is just to give your client as much information as possible. And, you know, if it's got some samples in it, you're kind of letting them know in advance. This track hasn't actually got any in it, so I don't need to do that. So let's get to this section here. So this is where it gives you some options of genres. So as you can see, there's a fair few different ones here. Just the main ones. You've got hip hop, pop, R&B, rock, electronic, reggae, country, etc., etc. Now you can be a bit more specific if you want to, you know, within the actual tags that you input. So if I was to put R&B, you know, there's different little genres within R&B, like you've got trap soul and a few others. You can just add that into the actual metadata. You can also add that, sorry, the tags, and you can also add that into the description if you want to. So I'm going to just leave this as R&B. I'm not going to actually select a second genre on this one, but you can do if you want to. Let's just do it. Ooh. Let's just select new soul. Let's go for it. Right, so you've got the genres in there. You can also select the moods, which is really good. So you can, this one in particular, I felt was kind of epic. So I'm going to choose epic, and then you can add a secondary one too. So let's just go for crazy. Then I'm going to add the BPM, which is really important to do. I would always suggest to do that. And then I would also add the key. So these are already selected for, you know, there's a few options you've got already. I know this is in A minor, so I'm going to select A minor. And then you've got the description. So you can be as descriptive as you want within this. So if there was a, excuse me, if there was a collaborator on the track, or you wanted to input a discount code in there, there's loads of different things you could do with this. I generally do this myself. Instrumental. And you've got a maximum of 120 characters, so you can get kind of as experimental as you want. We'll leave that as that. Now, this is where you can add a collaborator, which is a really, really cool feature. I'm actually going to add a collaborator on this one. I've got some stuff, some of you are aware of the Beats for Love. I've got a couple of tracks that I've entered as a collaborator for Beats for Love, but I'm also going to pick some of the other initiatives that we've got going on at the moment, which is for the current situation, all these protests that are going on currently. So I feel like I want to donate to some of these charities. So let me show you a couple of these that we've got available. Should come up. One size. Let me just put that. Python. Thank you. Yep, I'll change that. So this is the legitimate one here, Black Lives Matter. I'm going to select that one. There's a few others that you can select to. If you go to BeatStars.world, I can't remember the exact link, but if you go to BeatStars.world, there's some new with the Beats for Love thing. You can see the new collaborators that you can do. You can, you know, submit for charities and stuff like that, which is really good. I'm going to submit the Black Lives Matter one here. Then I'm going to select charity. So as you can see, you've got all sorts of different options. So if you was collaborating with another producer, you could do that. In this case, it's going to be charity. I'm going to select the profit. I'm going to go 50-50 profit share. And then the publishing, I'm going to leave a 0. Right, something's not right here. Why is that? Let me just change that as someone pointed it out to me. That is strange. Why that's not. Let's go back and change this. Okay, don't know what's happening here. Let me just refresh that a second, see what's happened. Probably going to lose all this stuff now, but right, let's just quickly add. Right, we've added all that stuff in. For some reason, I don't know why that button disappeared, but let's add the collaborator again. Ooh. Here we go. Select the charity, 50%. Here we go, select save. Track save error is right. Yeah, so it's because I've missed out the tags. Let me just quickly put all this stuff in. Not sure why I actually done that, but it doesn't normally. I'm just going to quickly just add anything in here for now. We won't worry about the description. That should work. What have we got missing? Right, because it never actually saved. Just go back again. Drafts. New track. Ah, that's why it's here. So we should have. It's pretty strange. Right, so we've lost all the files. I apologize, something's happened here, something technical's happened here. I don't know what's happened here. It must be my browser. But basically what would happen is once you've done all that, you click save. If you've, as you can see, it's showing up some errors because I've not got all the data in there and everything that I need. I've lost all my files for some reason. So yeah, once you've done that, you click save draft. If it's as I say, if you've set a future date, you will see it in here. If you fill that in the information incorrectly, like I've done, it will show up in your draft section, and you can go back in. Then once you've set it all up, you select publish. This button will be highlighted, and yes, it will go ahead. If you set it to go immediately, it will release straight away. If you set it up for a future date, it will release in the future. So basically, yeah, that's how you would go over and upload a track from scratch. Hopefully you've learned some stuff there. I know we didn't actually get to upload the track in the end. I believe I've already uploaded this track anyway, but just some key information there to make sure you enter. Something that we always suggest doing is adding the BPM, excuse me, and adding the key. Just grab a drink. So, usually at the end of these shows, each week, we go for a pro page. I've realized I've actually taken up quite a lot of time already, showing you this track information. We had some technical issues there too. So, I'm just going to review one pro page today because we've got a show straight after the BeatStars Academy. It is the show with Mike Trampy and a couple of special guests. And it is a show called The Road to 1 Million Streams. So I highly suggest, I'm actually going to tune to this show myself. There's going to be some really cool information given by some of the members on our platform that have, you know, reached the 1 million streams, and they're going to explain to you how they've got there and all the processes that they've gone through to get to that point. So that will be a really cool show to watch. So I'm going to actually tune into that show myself. And maybe I'll learn some things. Hopefully you guys will too. Yeah, that's going to be a great show. So we've done the upload today. Next week, I'll probably go through some licenses. In fact, actually, we're going to miss out pro page reviews today. I'll do that next week. The reason being is because I want to show you a new cool feature that we've got on the platform. That was released last week. So we now give the option for multi-factor authentication for your account. So it's an extra security step for your account. So if you want to set this up, go to your U section. Well, it used to be called U. It's just your profile. So this is basically where all your account information and stuff like that will be. Go to account settings, click on credentials, and you'll see this new section that's appeared called two-factor authentication. Get my words mixed up today. So there's two ways you can use this. You can either use it through an authenticator, which is just an app, or you can do it through SMS, which is worldwide. So basically what you do here is you click on that. You can click None, you can click App Authentication, or you can click Text Message. I've got it set text message right now. So what will happen is I will log out in a quick second and I will show you what happened. So you can see what will happen when you go back to log in. But you can also use the app authentication. So you can use an app like Google Authenticator or Duo Mobile, which you can download from the app stores. I have Google Authenticator too, which is really good. So it kind of gives you a code each time so you can log in. It's kind of really easy to set up. What you will do when you do that, it will give you like a QR code. You'll scan the QR code on your phone through the app, and then that will kind of set it all up for you, and then you'll get you get code each time you log in. So with a text message one, you obviously need to enter your phone number. Please don't take note of that phone number, guys. So you would enter your phone number, select your password, job done. You can select the location too, which is really cool. So let's go back to that. So you can also enter your phone number in here too. So let me just log out and I will show you what will happen when you go to log in. So this is really good for, it's just some extra security set up for your account. Click login, and this is what will happen now. You'll get this screen pop up and it will ask you for a 6-digit code. So that should have been sent by SMS, which it has done. So this will be a unique code. Select continue. Boom, we're back in. So yeah, so that's the new extra security feature that we have. So it's two-step, or if you want to call it MFA, which is multi-factor authentication. Yeah, so that's great. So if you guys have got any questions that you want to ask me before I head out of this show today, we've got Mike Trampy coming up again next. He is going to be he's hosting a show called The Road to 1 Million Streams on the BeatStars platform. So he's got some special guests coming in. And they're going to basically just going to speak about how they got to that place, reaching the 1 million streams, which is going to be really cool. So I would definitely suggest tuning into that, because these are members, obviously, of the platform that have managed to get to that point. So hopefully you guys and girls can pick up on some, tips and tricks with that. So is there any questions that you guys would like to ask? Thank you, Buffo. I appreciate that, buddy. As always, thank you for holding the chat down. Hopefully you guys have learned some stuff. Just to reiterate, these shows I'll be hosting each week, every Monday at 2 p.m. EST, and the shows are going for around an hour. Usually, as I say, we'll go through some stuff on the platform. We'll give you a brief overview of the dashboard. We'll take you through a specific feature on the platform, or like setting up licenses, setting up tracks. We can also go through setting up albums, because I see there's a lot of people doing that right now. Playlists, creating playlists. Each week we're going to set up, we're going to go through these processes and hopefully show you guys some stuff that you might not be aware of, and that you can utilize and, help you succeed as a music producer, entrepreneur, and just to get you up and running. And yeah, as I say, we hope that you're going to learn some stuff from these shows. Again, these shows are going to be every week on a Monday at 2 p.m. EST. Let me just unshare my screen a minute so you guys can see me fully. Also, any of you guys that want to submit your pro pages for me to review them, feel free to go to beatstars.world. I'm going to put the banner up right now so you can see it, and I will also share the link in the. Can I share the link? Yes, I can. I'll also share the link in the chat. yes, so feel free to go to that link and submit your pro pages for review. Unfortunately, we didn't get to do it this week because I spent a bit too much time showing you the track upload and stuff like that. But, you know, there's a lot of information to go over there, so it was well worth taking that extra time to go through that information. How do I give my audio Mac profile URL? Please, can't pronounce your name, sorry. Please please email support@beatstars.com and they will help you. So anyone in the chat, anyone that's viewing this live, if you've got any questions or you have any issues or you want some information, please email us at support@beatstars.com and we'll put that also in the comments. Thanks, Buffo. I appreciate that. I was just about to write that in myself, but you've done it for me. Yes, please make sure you hit us up on there. Team's very helpful, and they will help you with any issues and stuff like that that you have. You know, things like you say, how do you find your audio app profile URL, stuff like that. So, yeah, so this is about it for today. Thank you, everyone that's joined in. Make sure you stay tuned in for the next show. It's going to be really exciting. I'm really looking forward to it myself. And obviously, shows throughout the week. You can also visit beatstars.world and visit the live section. You'll be able to see what shows we've got live going every day. Make sure you tune in. Make sure also as well, just a quick one before I go. You can also actually view these videos again. So if there's anything that maybe I've gone too fast, or there's anything that you want to go back and review, something that I've said, you want to go back and view it again, you know, you can go to our Twitch channel and you can view these videos again. So please make sure you go and view these videos again. You can view them as many times as you want, which is good. Sometimes I do it myself too because I'm still learning. So sometimes I'll go back and do it. Yeah, so replay is always good to go and watch them. So anyway, that's about it for today. Thank you everyone for joining. Hope everyone stays safe. And again, tune into the show that's coming up next. Peace.